Hi.
Hi, are you sure you can prepare for product-based companies through this course?
Yes, sitting at home?
No way!
Yes way. Don't delay. Enroll now.
Geeks learning together.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. This is Disha here, and today we are going to create a new project that is product landing page, which is very basic with HTML and a few styling concepts with CSS. So in the last sessions, we covered the basic registration form using just HTML and again some styling concepts in HTML. Today we are going to use tags that are used in CSS. And of course, this is a very responsive page. And those who are new to our channel, let me first tell you that just go and hit the subscribe, like, and share button firstly, so that you can get the latest update. So now, this is a very basic page. Of course, we will add on some more features, some more activities, some more designing techniques when we'll go to JavaScript and multiple languages like Bootstrap and etc. This page is just using HTML and CSS, and it's just to give you the ideas of which tags can be used in creating a basic web page. So it is going to be a good session because those who are new with the web development or developer sort of things, so for them it will be very clear after this session that which tags are very useful or not. And those who know these HTML, CSS, and etc. languages, for them, this is very live session for just brushing up your all concepts and revising the techniques. And of course, you can let me know in the comments that what all creativity you can use to modify this code or just to modify the scripted thing. So yeah, let's get started with the same. Let us wait for few more people to join. Okay, so let's get started with our visual code. And firstly, I have created a new file, and let's first save it as project 2. And here, let's select HTML and let's save it. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is, in last sessions, we have learned that we can use the inbuilt library in Visual Studio Code of HTML5 and multiple things. So now let us do this. Now, I have to create a similar page like this. So let's start from the very starting that you can see. So यहाँ पर सबसे पहले आपको क्या visible है? यहाँ पर so there are two horizontal lines and a very text in caps that is thank you. So yeah, thank you for attending the live session. So let us do that. So for horizontal line, I will use the tag as HR. That really means that horizontal row. Now, what I have to do is I have to give a heading inside that row. So for that, I'll use a heading tag H3. You can vary the size as per H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6 accordingly. So let's just write over here, thank you everyone, and yeah, let's save, let's copy the path, and yeah, let's run over here. Okay, go. So you are done with a horizontal row and heading that is saying thank you everyone. And now what I want is, let's go over, I want another horizontal row. So let's create that. So again, I'll use HR tag. So this is a self-closing tag. That's why it's just, I have to write over here at once. Let's save, let's reload. Yeah. So we are done with this part. Now let's see what we actually need. So in the last session, we covered the registration form using just HTML tables. So here also we can use tables for the same because it's very easy to modify a table. Like we can add on the head part, we can add on the row, we can just style the only particular data in a row and etc. So for this web page, I am using tables. So let's create table over here, and what I'm going to do is कि लास्ट मतलब स्टार्टिंग ऑफ द रजिस्ट्रेशन फॉर्म में हमने क्या किया था कि हमने एक बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर रेडी किया था, देन हमने स्टाइलिंग, देन रौनक सर ने आपको स्टाइलिंग एंड एक्सेट्रा पार्ट कवर किया था. तो दैट वाज की तब ताकि आपके बेसिक कंसेप्ट्स आपको रिवाइज हो जाए, आप याद मतलब सीख लो. So now you are familiar with the concept. So what we are going to do is हम साथ ही साथ में styling भी करते जाएंगे. Like we will set the width, we will set the length, height and etc. along with the basic structure. So here my table is there. Now what I am going to do is ध्यान से देखना, मैं क्या करने वाली हूँ, width लिखने वाली हूँ 100%, and let's see here, and okay. So अभी आपको कुछ नहीं दिखेगा बिकॉज मैंने सिर्फ एक टेबल क्रिएट की है. सो लेट्स मूव ऑन फॉरवर्ड. ठीक है, तो अब ये तो हो गया. अब मैं एक और टैग यूज करने वाली हूँ, दैट इज कॉल्ड सेल स्पेसिंग, एंड आई एम गोइंग टू स्पेसिफाई एनी वैल्यू लाइक 0 1 2 3 एक्सेट्रा. So what is this cell spacing tag is used for? It's just कि मुझे अपने टेबल की जो सेल्स होंगी उनके बीच में अगर मुझे स्पेस क्रिएट करनी है, लाइक कि सपोज मुझे ये दोनों जो मेरा हेडर है, जो मेरा हेड है, और जो मेरी रो है, ये जो आपको अब बिट डार्क दिख रही है, एंड देन ये दूसरी रोज है, तो इनके बीच में आई कैन क्रिएट स्पेस. जरूरी नहीं है मैं इन सबको अटैच्ड रखूं, बट एट प्रेजेंट आई एम जस्ट अटैचिंग एवरीथिंग विदाउट अ स्पेस. तो मैंने ये टैग यूज किया है सेल स्पेसिंग. सो इट्स वेरी गुड बिकॉज हम समटाइम्स इन स्पेस ऐड करके कुछ और स्टाइलिंग भी कर सकते हैं, कुछ और बॉर्डर सेट कर सकते हैं अकॉर्डिंग टू योर क्रिएटिविटी. सो यस, अब ये तो मेरी एक टेबल की बेसिक वो बन गई कि मुझे क्या क्या करना है अपनी टेबल में, मतलब कैसे रखना है. One more thing, why I'm adding width as 100%? This is to create responsive. अगर आपने लास्ट क्लास अटेंड करा हो रौनक सर का, तो उन्होंने बताया था कि हम यहाँ पर क्या विथ वगैरह सेट कर रहे हैं टू क्रिएट दिस पेज, दिस वेब पेज रिस्पॉन्सिव. इससे क्या होगा कि ये जो विथ है मैंने जो सेट की 100%, तो जो भी मेरा पेज होगा वो मेरी एंटायर स्क्रीन या ना एंटायर 100% कवर करेगा. लाइक अगर मैं इसे मैक्सिमाइज करती हूँ तो देखो ये एक्सपैंड हो गया, इसका साइज जो है क्योंकि वो 100% स्क्रीन को कैप्चर करेगा. एंड लेट मी डू दिस, सो यू कैन सी कि ये छोटा हो गया, मतलब ये रिस्पॉन्सिव पेज बन गया है. तो इसे रिस्पॉन्सिव ऐड करने के लिए, रिस्पॉन्सिव बनाने के लिए आई एडेड द विथ पार्ट. सो आई होप यू आर क्लियर विद दीज टू टैग्स, दैट इज विद एंड cell spacing. Now, what I want over here, let's run. Now, what I want is कि मुझे चाहिए कि मेरे पास एक यहाँ पर एक हेड आ जाए जिसमें मैं शॉपिंग कार्ट ऐड कर सकूँ, जिसका बैकग्राउंड कलर येलो हो जाए. So what we have to do is I have to add a T head over here, and again so now what I am going to write here is कि अब मुझे अपने हेडर जो मेरा है उसके बीच में भी कुछ सेल स्पेसिंग अगर मुझे क्रिएट करनी है, तो you can add on any values those who want to add the space between the head and etc. So let me do this. Yeah, but मुझे अभी कोई स्पेस ऐड नहीं करनी है, इसलिए मैं वैल्यू 0 दे रही हूँ. तो दैट इज स्पेसिफाइंग फॉर द स्पेस बिटवीन दीज. नाउ अब ये तो बन गया मेरा एक हेडर की प्लेस बन गई मेरी कि यहाँ पर एक हेड सेट हो जाएगा. अब मुझे उसके बाद क्या करना है, उसके अंदर मुझे डालना है डेटा. सो इस हेडर के अंदर क्या डेटा है, शॉपिंग कार्ट. अब देखो शॉपिंग कार्ट है, ठीक है. अब ध्यान से देखना, ये पूरी एक टेबल है, ठीक है. इस टेबल में कितने कॉलम्स है, 3. जो मेरा शॉपिंग कार्ट है दैट इज अलाइंड इन दी सेंटर. अब मैं जो टेबल है, टेबल के लिए रो ये होगी, ये जो भी हेड है ये यहाँ होगा. अब वो जनरली क्या होता है, बाय डिफॉल्ट वो लेफ्ट साइड से स्टार्ट करता है, बट मुझे क्या करना है, अपने शॉपिंग कार्ट को अपने कॉलम्स के अकॉर्डिंग सेंटर में रखना है. तो यहाँ पर आई एम गोइंग टू यूज सम मोर टैग्स, लाइक आई विल यूज कॉल स्पैन. कॉल स्पैन इज कि मेरा जो कॉलम है वो एक्सपैंड, वो स्पैन हो जाए, ठीक है. मतलब वो number of like I put over here 3, तो ये 3 कॉलम्स के बीच में आ जाए, ये स्पैन होकर एक कॉलम ट्रीट करके सेंटर में आ जाए, ठीक है। तो ये तो हो गया, मेरी स्पेस क्रिएट हो गई एक कॉल स्पैन करके, ठीक है। अब मुझे क्या चाहिए, जो भी मेरा कंटेंट होगा दैट इज शॉपिंग कार्ट, वो चाहिए मुझे सेंटर में। तो आई एम गोइंग टू यूज अनदर एट्रीब्यूट दैट इज अलाइन एंड आई एम गोइंग टू सिलेक्ट हियर एज center. Okay, cool. Yeah. Now, other attributes. What all things you can see over here? ठीक है, तो यहाँ पर मुझे बैकग्राउंड कलर जो है वो येलो दिख रहा है, तो मैं क्या करूंगी, एक और यूज करूंगी दैट इज बैकग्राउंड कलर, एंड बैकग्राउंड कलर मैं सेट कर देती हूँ येलो में. नाइस. दिस इज, लेट मी elaborate this. Okay, let us keep it over here only. I hope it's visible. Okay, so we are done with background color. जो भी हमारा कंटेंट आएगा वो सेंटर में है, और कॉलम जो है हमारा एक्सपैंड हो चुका है, स्पैन हो चुका है 3 पार्ट्स में, ठीक है। अब क्या करना है, अब मुझे ऐड ऑन करना है इस हेडर, जो भी मेरे हेडर होगा उसकी मुझे विथ हाइट ये सब सेट करनी है, ठीक है। सो लेट अस डू दैट. ठीक है, तो हाइट सेट कर दे. लेट्स इग्नोर दिस वार्निंग्स. ओके, सो हाइट सेट करते हैं. लेट्स से 100 पिक्सल. ये मेरी हो गई हाइट एंड सॉरी, ठीक है। तो अब ये हो गई मेरी बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर, दे दिया है मैंने कि एक येलो कलर का होगा, सेंटर में अलाइंड होगा, 3 कॉलम्स स्पैन कर दिया है, उसकी हाइट 100 पिक्सल होगी. अब मैं डाल देती हूँ अपने शॉपिंग कार्ट को इस डेटा में, इस हेड में. तो अब यहाँ पर देखो कि मुझे जो शॉपिंग कार्ट है वो मुझे एक लाइन में भी नहीं चाहिए, वो मुझे अलग अलग लाइन में चाहिए. प्लस ये जो शॉपिंग कार्ट है वो आप देख सकते हो कि वो इट इज रिटन इन समवॉट बोल्ड टेक्स्ट, तो मुझे ये क्रिएट करना है, ठीक है। तो अब मैं क्या करूंगी, मैं एक और टैग यूज करूंगी दैट इज स्ट्रॉन्ग, एंड ओवर हियर आई विल राइट एज शॉपिंग कार्ट, एंड मुझे कार्ट और शॉपिंग अलग अलग लाइन में चाहिए. So what I'm going to use is I'm going to use br tag. br tag between shopping के बाद लाइन ब्रेक होगी, ठीक है, कार्ट के बाद लाइन ब्रेक होगी. So let's do this and let's erase all the space. Let's save and let us just look what is happening. Okay. Well, cool. So I have created a header जिसमें शॉपिंग कार्ट सेंटर में है, थोड़ा बोल्ड है, एंड अलग अलग लाइन में, ठीक है. अब नाउ one more tag is there for bolding the text that is bold, but I am using strong because it's just कि जब हम bold tag use करते हैं तो that generally just give the format of a text as bold. तो जब हम strong use करते हैं तो it's just it emphasizes the text more and like highlights the text accordingly. So that is a very basic difference between bold and strong. So yeah, I generally prefer to write the strong tag, and you can see according to yourself, but I will recommend you to use the strong tag for bolding your text. So yeah, we are done with the head. Now let us move on to other thing. So now you can see कि अब जो है हमें एक रो चाहिए, ठीक है, डिफरेंट विथ हेडर. तो लेट्स क्रिएट दैट. लेट्स क्रिएट दी रो. ओके, नाउ रो में भी हमें सिमिलर चीजें चाहिए. हमें कॉलम स्पैन करना पड़ेगा, 3 कॉलम्स के सेंटर में चाहिए. इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स लिखा होना चाहिए, दैट शुड बी इन बोल्ड और वी कैन से इन स्ट्रॉन्ग टेक्स्ट. सेंटर में अलाइंड होना चाहिए, कुछ बैकग्राउंड कलर है उसका वो दे देते हैं, कुछ हाइट विथ है वो दे देते हैं. सो लेट्स जस्ट डू द सिमिलर प्रोसेस. आई यूज द कॉल स्पैन, एंड ओवर हियर since I have 3 columns, I'll mention the value 3. I'll align my text into center. Yeah. I will set the background color. Oh, sorry. Background color as. Now, let us just pick these color because I don't think this is inbuilt in this, like yellow base. There are very basic colors in this. So what I'm going to do is I want customized color according to myself. So I'm going to a color picker, HTML color picker. You can Google any HTML color picker according to you. So exactly, I don't remember which color is this, but let us just select over here. Maybe this is very white. Let's select somewhat. Okay, let's select this color. This color. Okay, maybe this. You can select accordingly. So let's pick up the hex code over here and let's just copy and paste over here. Nice. So yeah, also you can, as per the last session you have learned, we can use multiple types, like either you can put over in hex code or you can use the RGB values or HSL values according, or you can set the hue of the color. So yeah, it depends on you how you're using. So basically I prefer the hex code for this. Now we are done with this. Now let us set the height and width. Okay. So wait a minute. What I have done over here is I have given the properties to my row, but instead I want these properties in my data. So I'm just erasing over from here and I'm just giving my row as width equals, I guess, 100%. And sorry for the mistake. Let's give the data values as, and let's copy paste over here. Yeah, better. So now let us give the height of my this electronics part. So yeah, let's give it maybe, let's give just 40 pixels. Okay. You can give according to yourself. I'm just giving you the rough idea what all can you do. So now what I want is I want these electronics thing to be written over here. Again, it's in bold and somewhat a basic underline over here, and yeah, it's just a bigger size than this part. So let's do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a heading tag over here, and wait a minute. Heading tag over here, and under that h3. Okay, so I am preferring h3 for my size. As I said, you can set your size accordingly. So now all I want this text to be strong, so let's put on strong tag. Then I want, you can see ELEC is without underline, and then TRO is underline, and then NIC is basic strong. So let's do that part. So in this I will use elect, and then I'm going to use another tag that is U. Okay, so U doesn't actually means that it's underline, but actually U tag is for like if there is some mistake or if you want to highlight something that it's written unabbreviated. So that for that actually U tag is used, but most of the time U tag is generally used for underline. So I'm using U tag for my TRO part, and then again I want next to be basic. Yeah, so yeah, I guess I've done with the data of electronics. So let's just save this. Let's check if it's going good. Yeah. So you can wait a minute. Okay. You can see that it's quite cool over here. Although the colors are differing because I don't exactly remember which color I did over here. So yes, so this part is done, this both part is done. Now let's move down. What we actually need is, so what I need is, you can see I need a basic table sort of thing in which three columns are there and two rows are there. So, and again that um, we can say this color is a bit different from this. I want these properties to be different with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create one more table inside the table, so that I can just control by giving the attributes to my table tab. Instead of just mentioning every row and every column, the color and etc., I am using a shortcut, that is I'm going to create a table inside a table, so that I can just put on the properties in that table tab. तो एक ही बार में पूरा काम हो जाएगा हमारा, instead of just putting the every specifying every row, every column and etc. तो हम directly table को ही style कर लेंगे and it will control all the data in the rows and column accordingly. So let's move over there. As what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another table over here. Let's do this. I'm going to again set the values in the table. Let's add on the properties. So firstly, I am specifying the cell spacing in my table. Let's take the spacing as 50px. Let's just test it. Okay. So yeah, cell spacing. Now what I want is I want the alignment of rows and columns in the center instead of just left sided. So let me align it in center. Now what I want over here is I want background color, so beachy color. Let's pick again from this. So let's use, how is this color? I don't know if it will look good. Okay, let's just pick out the lighter color. Okay, let's just pick this color. I don't know how it will appear. This color is also cool. Let's just pick this color. Okay, you can modify accordingly. So yeah, I will drag down this. I'll copy this hex code. I'll paste over here. Yeah. So yes, let's save. Let's set the width as well. So let's check. Let's set it as 100%. Nice. So let me save this and yeah. Now this is just the what we have done is we have created the properties of table that I want my table to look like that. But now let us add on the data, that is TD, and of course I want my data to be also customized. So I want my data width as well, because I am sounds like it over here, because I'm creating a responsive page, so I have to always remember about the width. Sorry if you heard a noise. So yeah, so I was telling I want to create it a responsive page, so I have to remember about the width and height parts. So yes, sorry to say, just ignore the background noises. Yeah, so we were at width, and also I want my data to be aligned in center. Yes, so yeah, so I have created table and my data properties over here, so that I don't have to always create in an individual row, in an individual data, in an individual thing parts. Okay, so yes, let's save and let's move on forward. Okay, wait a minute. What I have done over here is I have directly manipulated the data, but firstly I have to create a row, because in a table first I have to create the row and then I'll move with the data. Okay, so remember this things. I'm just let's now let me adjust all the indentation. Yeah, so now let's add the data part and let us style it over here. Style tag. So, okay, so let's use the style tag. Okay, in style, what I have to use is I have to use width. Okay, so let us set the width, height, and the background color. So let's set the width as 50 pixels or anything you can set according to you. Then let's set the height as 200 pixels. Yeah. And let's set the background color as white, I guess. This one. Okay. So yeah, this is done with the styling part. Now let us look at what we actually need in our data. So what I need is I need an image, then I need an basic text स्पेसिफाइंग कि एक्चुअली क्या है. देन मुझे उसकी प्राइस लिखनी है जो कि बिट बोल्ड में है विद डिफरेंट कलर. देन मुझे एक बटन बनाना है जो एक बेसिक नॉर्मल बटन नहीं है बट actually it's a somewhat design like in a circular oval sort of shape क्योंकि हम जनरल बटन जब यूज करते हैं that is a basic rectangle button but I want कि मुझे थोड़ा circular बटन चाहिए. ठीक है, तो मुझे 4 कंपोनेंट्स चाहिए अपने डेटा में, इमेज, टेक्स्ट, text and button. So let us do that. Yeah, so over to here. Yeah, so let us add the image tag and yeah. I have to select this SRC. SRC is the source of the image and alt is like कि अगर कुछ वेबसाइट नहीं ओपन कर पा रही है वो इमेज को या पाथ नहीं वो कर पा रही है, so it's just alternative text that will represent कि अगर वो इन केस मेरी इमेज लोड नहीं हो पाई या कोई प्रॉब्लम हो गया या कोई अनसपोर्टेड टाइप की इमेज हुई या वेबसाइट को सिर्फ जेपीजी चाहिए एंड मैंने किसी और फॉर्मेट में दे दिया है तो इट शुड टाइप एन ऑल्टरनेट टेक्स्ट. सो दैट्स व्हाट हियर ऑल्ट मीन्स. सो let us for this image I have the website I have already opened it. So let's just copy over here and you can copy any image thing etc according to yourself. So yes, I'm done with this and in case if my image is not visible it should write like error somewhat 407 and etc. So yes, and now what I want is I want my image height. So let's also add on over here. Yeah, so let me add the height and width of image. So yeah, let's suppose let us take as height as 150px, so it's approx, and let's set the width again as width maybe okay. So width is bit smaller than height, so let's take it like this. Yeah, so this is done. Our image part is done. So now image part is done. Let us save this. Let's see if it's working. Yeah, so presently I have created a data over here, so in the center, so it's like this. Now I will add on the data over here in this row and it will be shifted accordingly. So let's do that. Let's see. Let's now what I want. So wait a minute. Now I want कि जो भी मैं टेक्स्ट डालूँ, जो भी मैं फॉन्ट स्टाइल्स एंड एक्सेट्रा डालूँ, वो अगली लाइन हो, लाइक मेरी इमेज इधर है तो उसके नीचे होना चाहिए, इमेज के साथ ही प्रिंट नहीं हो. So what I will do is I will first add the break tag. Let's move this thing over here. So I will add the break tag. Okay, yeah, better. Now let us add font over here. Now font, I will first select the font color. Wait a minute. So font color as, let's pick any of the color. So yeah, and this thing is actually black. So, and yes, of course black would be quite visible. Let's select somewhat darker color. Cannot see darker color. Okay, so let's put this navy blue color. So let's copy the code. Let's put over here. Yes, now font color is done. What I want is now my font. So let's put on the font over here. So I want exclusive mobile, right? So yes, this is done. Exclusive mobile font, and now I want another line to be in another text to be in a different line. I'll use the break tag. Now I will again repeat this because I want one more text and more font, and I will specify the color as red, and I want this in somewhat bold, so I will use again I specified strong tag, and let's just write over here जो भी उधर लिखा है starting, for example, at rupees 9999, and let's just save this and let's see if it's going well or not. Let me add here the break tag. Let's save, let's see. Okay, well and good. So here my image, here my already text. Now as soon as I add on these data, like, okay, so I think this color combinations are very bad, so just enhance it according to you. So as soon as I add these two images as well, then it will be shifted in a left side, like according to row. क्योंकि ये सेंटर में भी क्यों हो रहा है, क्योंकि मैंने रो की अलाइनमेंट सेंटर वाइज ही किया, ठीक है. तो ये साइड सेंटर हो जाएगा इस रो में, देन सेंटर एंड सेंटर, इट विल फॉर्म लाइक दिस. सो नाउ व्हाट आई वांट इज वन मोर थिंग इज दैट अ बटन. So yeah, let's add on the button. Okay, so button, yeah. And since I don't want a basic button like a rectangular, so what I'm going to do is I will style the button, and let's say I'll select the border radius, and let's say I'll select the size is, okay, 10 pixel is seeming good. So yes, and I will write over the text that have to be shown on the button. So shop now button, and let's save and let's see if it's working well. Yeah. This is within a square shape. So let me check down. Okay, so here is one extra inverted, and I guess here somewhat like slash is missing. Let me erase this and let me rewrite this. So yeah, so let's select the border radius. Yes, this was missing, and let's select the 10px. Let's do this thing. Yes, now let's see if it's going well. Let me see this. Yeah, better. So you can see it's in a circular form. So yes, this is done. Now I have to add on three of the images, same like two of the images in the same row. So I'll copy paste the same code for these two images. So let's do that. So okay, since I want in a same row, I will do this. Feed on the data. Let me copy it from here itself. Yeah. Let's copy here. Let's paste. Can. It's a bit messy, so yeah, let me do this thing. Let me just check over if I've done. Okay, wait a minute. Just erase this and let me do this again. So let me first do it with a proper indentation. Yes, better. Now I'll add on another TD, and in this I will copy this thing. Okay. So yes, copy, and let's just paste over here, and let's just do this and we'll modify the changes. This indentation. Okay, better. Yeah, better. Let's see if it's going well. Yeah, so okay, so I will change on the image and the content, and just one more is left. I'll repeat the same process. Yeah, so I have to style the data. You can also do some creativity, or you can just add on some more colors, or you can add on different colors into different images. It totally depends on you how you're styling your page, how you're modifying or doing some creativity in your page. I'm just specifying the basic tags and structure which we actually use in these web page and all things. So yeah, let's do this and let's clear these extra spaces. Got better. Save this. Let's do this. Yeah. So you can see the row is created with these images with the text that I'm going to of course modify. You can change the color combinations as well. So now let us so this row is ended. Now what I want is I have to create another row with similar things. So I am going to I am going to copy all the row part and the column part, and I'm going to feed over here. So because it's exactly as the same size and format. So let's do that. I'm going to add on from here. Let's see if it will perform well. Let's do this. Let's save and let's see if it's running. Yeah. So you can see each and every column, the data is assigned in the center, and of course the buttons are in a circular format. The text is in bold, and of course you can change the images. So Yes. So what all over here is, let us just modify everything. Yeah. So first, let's go into the first row. It was exclusive mobile. Then next, let's modify it as Samsung mobile, and of course starting at 999. Yeah. So let's save this. Again, it's कुछ भी फोन ले लेते हैं, अपना फोन है ये तो, etc. name. I'm just here, and the price is, let's say, 99, and then I want HTC mobile. Let's do that. HTC हो गया. फिर मुझे चाहिए, इसकी प्राइस तो सेम रखी है. देन मुझे चाहिए एक टॉय मोबाइल. Let's do that. Toy, save, and here change the price. Nice, better. Then Nokia. So it's like Nokia. So I guess my code is I got comments that code is not visible. I will set this thing over in the next sessions that the code over is visible. But at present, I will what I'll do is I'll add these code into the description, so that you can, after this session, you can just go through that code and you can modify and you can add on more things according to yourself. So yes, the last phone was Nokia, and again it's let's say its price is this. Save, and let's check over. ठीक है, तो सबके नाम वाम बदल गया. Okay, if you wanna change, definitely change the images as well. From where you will change the image? From the source, because the source tag is actually you can see it's the image URL, and it's just supporting the any of the image part and etc. thing, so that you can formulate this in our code. Now, if you want to change images and etc., you can go through it. Yes, so we are done with this part. Now, what we are left with? We are left with two buttons, and you can see when I click these Facebook, it's changing its color into black, and general color it's blue and something. It also have a light border or margin, we can say. I don't know if you can let me maximize it. Okay, so if you can see over here, and another button is basic button, that is just GitHub button. It's just when we are clicking, it's just feeling like it's pressed. Otherwise, no actions without pressing. But in this button, there are some action event going on, that is, it's changing its color on hovering the button. So let us create both types of button. So yes, let's do this. Okay, so now I have to create the button. So I am creating button after my table. I'm excluding it. I'm not including it in a table. And what I'm going to do is I am going to use style tags, and for that I am going to create a class that will control my I'm going to create a class that will control my these buttons. So let's do that. Okay. Let's start with style tag. Okay, so yes, let's do style, and inside the style, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a class. So let's do that. So suppose for my FB class. So you can see what I did is I wrote a full stop, and then I specified my class name. So what this full stop actually indicates is it's just a class selector. Okay, so this is a class selector, and it will control my class attributes that would, for example, इस class में मुझे अपने button को control करना है. ठीक है, तो मैं एक ही बार में एक क्लास बना के उसकी प्रॉपर्टी स्पेसिफाई कर दूंगी, फिर मैं वैसे कितनी भी उस क्लास के आईडी को यूज करके कितने भी बटन्स क्रिएट कर सकती हूँ. इट्स वेरी इजी, इंस्टेड ऑफ कि मैं हर एक बटन में सेम प्रॉपर्टीज लिखूं, सेम चीजें लिखूं. सो फॉर दैट कि मैं मल्टीपल चीजें एक ही बार में कर लूं, आई एम गोइंग टू क्रिएट अ क्लास named as FB, and in that I will, yes, this thing. Wait a minute. What is this? Dot Facebook, let's say. Wait a minute. Okay. So let me just erase this and rewrite it. I don't know what is this. See. So let us create full stop. What is going on? Okay. And let me write as name as FB, and let's do this. Okay. So now I'm going to add on the properties which I want in my class. That is, let's say margin, and let's select as auto. Okay. So this is done with my class. Now what I'm going to do is, in this class I'm going to specify the IDs of some names, like the according to the action. Let me explain this. So for that, let me create two ID selectors. So what first I want is कि ये ऊपर से कैसे दिखना चाहिए. So I'm naming it as face, like ऊपर से कैसे दिखना चाहिए. Then after that what I want is कि इसे hover करने पर इसका कलर वगैरह कैसे चेंज होना चाहिए. So let's do that. Why I'm using hash here is, actually hash means it's also kind of selector, but it's ID selector. Okay. And here full stop indicates the class selector. Now let's do this thing. Okay. Let's specify the colors, background color, what I want, and border and etc. thing. So let's do this. Let's select color as, let's take it as white. I'm specifying the text color. Then I want my background color as let's say blue. Okay, nice. Now what I want is let's say I don't want outline, so I'll select over here none. Okay. Then whatever I can see here is okay, so let me full screen. You can see if you can see, I have also set some border radius thing. So let us add on this. Okay, so I mean कि बेसिक बटन का साइज ये है, बट मुझे अपनी बटन का साइज थोड़ा बिगर चाहिए. So let us just select the border radius as, let's say anything, I guess 5 pixel or 10 pixel. I don't know. We'll check over here. And yeah, and one more thing I'm going to add here is padding. Yeah, this padding is actually stating the distance, or we can see कि हमें जो top bottom और सारे जगहों से equally maintain रखना है size को, तो that is called padding. तो padding में जब हम दो ही parameters डाल रहे होते हैं, that specify the length and percentage, कि percentage according to the data and the length of our, कि हमें किस लेंथ से टॉप, साइड, बॉटम एंड कॉर्नर से हमें पैडिंग चाहिए. एंड इन केस अगर हम फोर ऑफ द पैरामीटर्स लिख रहे हैं, दैट मीन्स टॉप, बॉटम, राइट एंड लेफ्ट साइड की जो भी डिस्टेंस एंड एक्सेट्रा कवर करना है. So that is called the padding part. And of course you can refer, let's see, padding CSS. Let's check the MDN. Yeah, best. Yeah, so you can see over here कि let me show the value. So what I was saying कि padding में generally 2 values होती है, that's length and percentage. So अगर एक ही यहाँ पर एक ही वैल्यू स्पेसिफाई की है, तो दैट मीन्स कि 4 साइड से हमें सेम वैल्यू से पैडिंग देनी है। 2 वैल्यू स्पेसिफाई की तो टॉप बॉटम या फिर सेकंड जो वैल्यू है लेफ्ट राइट, ठीक है, फर्स्ट वैल्यू इज टॉप बॉटम, सेकंड इज लेफ्ट राइट। 3 वैल्यू स्पेसिफाई की तो यू कैन सी टॉप एंड सेकंड इज राइट एंड लेफ्ट एंड थर्ड इज बॉटम एंड एक्सेट्रा। सो इस टाइप की वैल्यूज दी जाती है। पैडिंग इज गुड इन CSS क्योंकि हम उससे काफी कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं हमारे जो भी साइज है। लाइक हियर इट्स गिवन सम पैडिंग ओवर हियर, तो यहाँ पे टॉप और बॉटम से कुछ पैडिंग दी हुई है, लेफ्ट साइड से भी कुछ पैडिंग दी हुई है, राइट साइड से आई गेस बहुत कम पैडिंग जो भी दिया है। सो यस, सो दिस लेट्स यूज ओवर हियर, let's select any so for example I just want to give 10 pixels and yeah, and let's say from top and bottom 16 pixels. Yes, better. So I have created over here ID selector. So in the class now, तो ये तो ऊपर का मेरा फेस हो गया बटन का कि ये मुझे ऐसा बटन चाहिए दैट विल बी लाइक बैकग्राउंड कलर जिसका ब्लू होगा, टेक्स्ट व्हाइट होगा, मुझे उसकी कोई आउटलाइन नहीं चाहिए थी, मुझे एक बेसिक थोड़ी बहुत बॉर्डर रेडियस चाहिए थी और मुझे पैडिंग देनी थी कि एकदम ही लेफ्ट शिफ्टेड ना हो, थोड़ी बहुत मैंने कुछ पैडिंग दे दी इसको। I have to create another ID, so I have to write outside this bracket. Yeah, better. Let's do that face and let's select the action as hover. Yeah, let's write the brackets. Now, I want these to be changed as black color and the font color should be white. So let's select the background color as black and let's select the color of the font as white. Yes, white. Now, what action I want is when my cursor points it, it should hover and it should represent this section. So let's save it. Now, this is just created class, so it will not affect our document. It will not create any button over here because I have just done this styling part. Now I have to create the button. So let's do that. Let's end the styling tag part. So indentation, better. Now let's create a division for this class and let's specify the class as our face and then we have to create the button ID as, let's say, face and let's give the name again as face and then we have to give the type as button and the thing that should be displayed on button is Facebook. Let's check if it's working. Let's go ahead, let's run it. Okay, so you have seen a button is created and the text is white and the background color is black. So similarly, what I want now, I want a GitHub button as basic button. Now what I'm going to do is first I will write the same thing in my division and let's see what is happening. Let's save, let's rerun this. Okay, wait. For example, I will rename it as GitHub. So similar button is created by, so because I have given the ID, the name same. So it had created these, wait, let me save this part. Let me run. Yeah, GitHub. So it's creating similar actions. Now what if I change the ID name as somewhat Git and let's change the name again as kit, and let's see what's happening over here. Okay, so you can see now it's not performing the same action, although we have changed the name and ID, that's why. So it's just creating a basic button. So that is the use of, ID and the name and etc. thing. So yes, we have created not exactly same because I don't remember the colors and etc. But yes, we have created all over a web page. You can change the images, you can modify it using just tables in HTML and some basic styling using CSS. So I hope you got a basic structure regarding which tags to be used, and it's very simple to create a web page using HTML and CSS. Yes, you can modify it accordingly, and there were concepts like we were adding width, height, and etc. so that we can create this page as responsive as we want. So you can see it's it's elaborating, it's taking the width according to the page, according to the screen. So yes, we are done with our project. I hope you like this, and if there are any doubts, you can let me know in the comment section. After this session, I'll answer all the comments. So thank you for this session. Meet you in the next workshop. Till then, take care. Goodbye.